Just for the start. For a start.
So I'm gonna show you, cause I don't even know when the last time you actually really.
Cause I use 2 compressors. I use that for a start, and then after that I use Pro C2.
Pro C2 is sick. So let me show you just a few of the like OG compressors and why you would want to use certain ones. I would say the main 3 OG compressors that you should know. That
CLA.
Yeah. So you got the LA2A right here. Excuse me. Someone said if you keep your eyes open, you won't sneeze.
Oh wow. What the
think that's true?
I'm gonna try that.
Because you know, every time you sneeze, you close your eyes. So if you keep your eyes open, you don't.
I'm gonna try that.
You don't sneeze. All right, so the 3 like OG compressors that you definitely should know are definitely the LA2A, and then you got the 1176. So it's right here, LA76, and then you also have an SSL. You familiar with any of those?
You said I know the 76 and the 2A, but you said
SSL.
Oh, SSL. Okay, that's basically like almost like one of those, but that's the EQ.
This is an
SSL EQ.
This is an SSL clone right here, so they can see what's happening. That's an SSL EQ clone. But yeah, SSL. So stylistically, the differences between the two is the LA2A is an opto compressor. So it's very smooth. Here, I'll pull it up. Is this? You've seen this before. So this compressor is like, you can't adjust. Notice you can't adjust attack and release.
Much, yeah.
So if you want a super rhythmic vocal, this isn't the thing for that. Excuse me. Because you can't adjust the attack and release.
Right.
Let me just give you an example. So like this is a hip hop vocal. You're rapping, of course.
I can breathe.
But if we compress this with this, listen to how this would sound.
I can breathe. Came from nothing but a vision. You can't block belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with grief. I didn't seen too many.
All right. So that is the sound of like doing the LA2A route. So let's do a 76 now. So a 76.
You can adjust the attack and release.
Yeah, this one you can adjust the attack release. You can also adjust the ratio. You know what ratio is?
Not all the way. I'm kind of familiar with it, a little bit.
So the ratio is essentially it's like how much you want to compress. So once your vocal gets above a certain threshold, the ratio, like a greater ratio, is gonna compress your vocal more than a lower ratio.
Okay.
So 4 just means for every, it means 4 to 1. This is 8 to 1, 12 to 1, 20 to 1. It's a ratio. So that just means for every 1 dB of like vocal that's coming through is gonna compress that by 4. For every 1 dB coming, it's gonna compress that by 8 if I were to do it 8 by 1. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you want a more natural sounding vocal, generally you're gonna want a lower ratio.
Around the 4.1, right?
Yeah. But you can go all the way up to 20 to 1, which is basically limiting it. So you can do a lot with this. But let's listen to...
What does the all do?
The all literally puts all of these in. It's a... I think I got a whole shift? No. It just puts... So all just means it
all of them at once.
Yeah, all of them at once. It becomes like a crazy... It's actually a cool setting. It's like almost a limiter at that point. It just squashes your sound, which you really wouldn't want that for a vocal. But let's compare the differences. So here's with the 76.
I can breathe. Came from nothing but a vision. You can't. I can breathe. Came from nothing but a vision. You can't block belief.
So the cool thing is we're getting about the same amount of gain reduction as the LA2A, but we gotta adjust the attack and release now. So
I can breathe. Came from nothing but a.
That's a slow release. See how slow that needle's coming back?
I can breathe. Came from nothing
so if we
but
want
a
more
vision.
Of a rhythmic
you can't block
vocal,
belief. I got fire in my soul.
Release.
I don't rock with grief. I didn't seen too many fall for they find their feet.
You feel that difference?
Right.
And then here goes a slow attack.
I can breathe.
Or here goes a fast attack.
The attack is how fast it goes
Came from nothing.
Yeah, the attack is how quickly it engages. Right. So if you want like your vocal to feel super rhythmic and bouncy like a rap vocal, that's how I generally like to have them sound. You want a little bit of a slower attack. You don't want the compressor to be just clamping on your vocal right away.
Right.
You want it to come through a little bit. So here's all the way to the fastest attack possible.
Like it's brief, came from nothing but a vision. You
slower
can't block
attack.
belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with grief. I done seen too many fall
I hear
for
how
they
it's more on
find
the
their
end.
feet.
It's
You know
more
what
on the
I'm saying?
end of the vocal, it feels.
So now it's compared it to. So here's the sound of the LA2A on the rap vocal.
From nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with grief.
The other one is, the other
So-
one is better. The 76 is better for sure.
The LA2A, a lot of people also consider like a leveling compressor. Do you see how it feels like it just like
Level, it keeps everything flat down the
it
board.
just kind of
level up.
like flattened your vocal a little bit. In this instance, like I would say a little bit too much, but that's kind of the sound.
From nothing but a vision, you can't block
everything
belief.
just feels-
I got fire in
It's
my
at the
soul.
same-
I don't
everything
rock
is-
with
it's
grief.
going down a
I done
straight
seen
line.
Too many fall for they.
Versus here's the 76.
From nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with grief. I didn't.
Especially
more
the fire on my soul. They don't rock with grief.
Yeah. More energetic. All right, so and then there's one other compressor you definitely should know about.
You said the SSL.
The SSL. So let's just go to like an SSL channel. These are like the top 3, as I said, most widely known, I would say, compressors. And I'm probably forgetting about 1 or 2, but I would say these are probably the top 3. So these are, you should be familiar with these sounds. So right here, this is the SSL channel. Right here, you know, this is where it says dynamics right here. This is the compression section. The cool thing about the SSL is you don't gotta worry about attack. You only have ratio, threshold, release.
Right.
And when you compress it, automatically like gains it for you, so that like when you compress the vocal, it stays at the same level.
Okay.
So you don't have to, because like on the 76, for example, you had to set this output back.
Right.
Because you just, you know,
Because
the
when you
compression.
change the input, the output changes also.
Yeah.
So it's SSL, it keeps the output at the same
Yes.
where it started off at.
Exactly.
Okay.
So listen to the difference in this one now. Oh, she came back with more goodies.
Nah.
You only got 3. How many y'all can get?
1.
All right. So let's compress to the SSL, see the difference.
From nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with grief. I didn't.
So we got some compression going because we can see the meters right here.
From nothing but a vision.
Doing gain reduction.
From nothing but a vision, you can't block. But
Now you can play with the release to get it more rhythmic. So if you want more of a rhythmic vocal, I get a tighter, quicker release.
from nothing but a
This is
vision,
slower.
you can't block belief. I got fire in my
It's tighter.
soul. I don't rock with grief. I didn't seen too many fall for they find their feet. So I stand for something.
And then you can bypass the compressor using this button right here.
From nothing but a
As
vision,
before?
you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with grief. I didn't seen too many fall.
All right, so let's compare the 3. So here's the 2A.
From nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with grief. I didn't seen too many fall for they find their feet.
Not bad by any means. Here
it's
goes
not.
the 76.
From nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with
like
grief.
that one
I
brings
didn't
the
seen
level
too
up
many
more
fall
in
for
it.
they find their feet.
That one's aggressive. You know, that's why a lot of people like this one. And then the SSL.
From nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul. I don't rock with grief.
This one more
I didn't seen
smoother.
too many fall for they find their feet. So I stand for.
So yeah, like the 2A the 2A, it flattens and it keeps it like at the same. It sounds like it's just like as if you're just driving down a straight road. The 76, like you said, it gives it more of a like a powerful
Aggressive,
aggression.
yeah.
And then yeah, the SSL, it just sounds, it's smooth. It sounds very smooth.
It's clean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say, so depending on the song, like you're gonna wanna choose one of those, right? So for example, Dre, he has an SSL channel. He's always running, he also has like a 76 and whatever, these things, but he's running majority of all his tracks are running through his SSL console. So he always is getting at least some of this flavor. But depending on the track, like I think this, you know, the 76 suits your voice in this kind of flow
This
really
kind of
well.
flow and energy.
So I would say a lot of hip hop. I would say the most versatile compressor out of all of these is probably the 76. You just got to know how to set it. But yeah, this is a little bit more clean, hip hop, pop world. You can do R&B. You can do honestly anything with this, but it's a little bit more clean. This is a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more forward sounding. And then the LA2A is smooth and just good to like level something. Like if you just want the vocal to just be even sounding, you know, not like super aggressive at moments or whatever. You just want the vocal to sound smooth and even. Like I feel like this is that kind of compressor that you would want to use. So you were talking about you use the Axe. Let me throw the Axe on here just to show you a comparison. And I use the Axe too. Let me bring both these together. You know you can hold shift and bring both those together. Oh, Did you realize that?
I usually do them separately.
From nothing but
You can do, so I like to do this because then it allows you to hear what the plugin is actually doing versus it just getting louder, you know what I'm saying?
From nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul, I don't rock with grief. I done seen too many fall.
So let's compare 2A.
Came from nothing but a vision, you can't block belief.
76.
Came from nothing but a vision, you can't block belief.
Vibes. SSL.
Came from nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got
And the Axe.
Came from nothing but a vision, you can't block belief.
So the one thing about the Axe that I would say is it's the one out of the three that I feel like doesn't have as much of a character. Did you hear that? Like it just feels kind of just like plain.
It's like the 2LA, but the 2LA at least that gives it a little feel to it.
You say it's the what?
It's like, that's a 2LA. It's like the 2A, but it gives it a little more. The 2A has more feel to it.
Yeah, a little bit more mojo. So that's why I wanted to show you these main three compressors, is because these are good to know. These are the main go-to three that you're gonna see anywhere that people mix with and whatever. But if you're using the Axe, like there's no, honestly, I don't really know what they modeled this plugin after, but these are actual like units that you can buy, like real hardware pieces.
Like these.
Yeah. Whereas this is, I'm not even sure. I'm not exactly sure what they modeled this off of, but it's not.
Digital.
It's not a hardware unit. It's not something that's been around for forever and ever. Put it that way. So these have a certain character that you should really get used to. So let's move forward. We'll just use the 76 because I think that suits your voice the best in this track.
I jump punches from the world, still I pop and weave. Turn my losses into lessons, now my pockets breathe. Came from nothing but a vision, you can't block belief. I got fire in my soul, I don't rock with grief. I done seen too much.
Hey, I hope you guys have learned something from today's video. I would love to hear your thoughts, so comment below and I'll check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos coming up. My name is Princeton Brown. I'm a producer and mixing engineer based in Los Angeles, and I would love to hear from you. If you have a brand new song that you're working on and would love a mix on by me, send it my way. I would also love to give you feedback on the mixes that you're working on, so please send those my way. Last but not least, I have a free mini course called 6 Mix Finalizers. All of this information is in the description below. Thank you guys again for tuning in and watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Sonic Gold Production.